Hello! I just took a shower. My skin is looking very glowy because I did my whole skincare routine on it. I don't have any makeup on. As you can see, my forehead is like super shiny. Some of that is from just a really good skincare routine, but I would say a majority of that is because of Botox. Let's talk about Botox. I had never had Botox before starting my current job as an aesthetic nurse. I was always interested in it, but just kind of didn't know a lot about it and was nervous to try it. Out of anything I've ever done for the betterment of my skin, Botox is by far the best. I recently just posted on Instagram a whole little informational thing about Botox. That got me thinking that I should just make a dedicated video here on my channel about Botox. I'm sure I'm gonna make more videos down the road, but this is kind of just my first experience with Botox, what I thought, the entire process. So I worked night shift for about 3 years. I also have a 2-year-old, and I feel like no matter how much water I drank, how much I hydrated my skin, nor how much I slept, I had permanent wrinkles on my face at all times. Even when I first got up in the morning or when my face was at rest, I had permanent lines in my forehead, permanent crow's feet, and a permanent line between my eyebrows. This is super common. Usually it starts a little bit later because I am 24. A lot of people don't start Botox until they are in their 30s. That doesn't mean that you should wait until you're 30 to start Botox, but we'll kind of get into that later. Once I started at my new job as an aesthetic nurse, there was a lot of talk about Botox, and I was asking other nurses that were Botox certified what they thought about my skin. They mentioned that a little bit of Botox would go a long way on me and that it would really take a lot of that aging off of my face. I didn't think it would make as big of a difference as it did, as fast as it did. I'll show a video here of what my forehead looked like before. You can see there were some deep lines that were there all the time. This is after the nurse has already marked my face of where she's gonna put the units, but you can see those lines are kind of permanent. Now, we did take some before pictures of my forehead with my eyebrows raised all the way up, of my face with the biggest smile I could do, and then with my eyebrows all the way together. As you can see, I have quite a lot of wrinkles, which is totally fine. There's nothing wrong with having wrinkles. It was more just I could see the damage on my skin that the wrinkles were causing. I started with 32 units. I did 4 by each eye, 12 through my eyebrows, and the rest across my forehead. I absolutely love my results. I'm gonna post here the Instagram page of the nurse who did my Botox. She is phenomenal. If you're local to Manhattan Beach, please reach out to her and have her do a consultation on you because she is really good. She actually felt my face and felt where my muscles were and was able to give me results. She did such a good job. She felt on my face where she felt like I had the most movement, had me make a bunch of different facial expressions. She marked my face with a pencil and got to work. I'm kind of a baby. I'm always really scared of pain, so I was nervous that it was going to hurt. They used the tiniest little insulin style needle to administer the Botox, and truly it doesn't hurt. It almost like pinches when it first breaks the skin, but it didn't hurt at all. And like I said, I'm a huge baby. I hate getting shots because it hurts so bad, but this was nothing. This was the tiniest little pinch. It was super tolerable, and I was able to work the rest of the day. I didn't bruise or have any like weirdness going on my face, which was really nice. The Botox did give me a little bit of a headache for the rest of the day, and I've now had Botox twice, and both times I got a headache from it. So I think that's pretty normal. It just lasted like the rest of the day, but when I got up the next day, it was gone. That was my only side effect from the Botox. Now, I would say for the week after I got it, my forehead felt a little itchy, not horribly, but just barely. Like you kind of would notice it. By the time the Botox really took effect, that was gone as well. My Botox really started to make a difference by day 3, and by day 7, I had no movement at all. This was my first time getting Botox, so we didn't know how much I would need to have like a little bit of movement. I ended up with a completely frozen forehead, which honestly I don't mind. It looks really nice, but some people want a little bit more movement, so you could do less units. So that was my Botox experience. So I've showed you the video of what my skin looked like before. I showed you my before pictures. Now I'm gonna show you guys the after. So it has been over a month since I've gotten my Botox. I would say it's been about 5 or 6 weeks. So you can see here, this is what my forehead looked like before when I would raise my eyebrows up, and now there's no eyebrow raising going on. If I try to raise my eyebrows, I can feel these muscles. There's like 2 here and 2 here that can move, and they try, but there's really nothing going on. So they're pretty frozen. Now, when I smile really big, you can see there's really no crow's feet. That's as hard as I can smile, and there's no crow's feet, which I really liked. In my before and after pictures, I didn't smile as hard in my second picture. I didn't mean to do that, I just didn't think about it. So I wanted to come on here and kind of show you guys like super squinty and nothing, which is really, really great. I like that a lot. And then for my eyebrows, I do still have quite a bit of movement in them. We realized with my touch-up that my muscles insert a lot lower and they're kind of behind the hair of my eyebrow. So when we were putting the Botox higher up, it was doing nothing for them. Once we put the Botox in the right spot, I did notice a huge difference. My eyebrow muscles are so strong that my eyebrows would make a T, like they would wrinkle, like there would be a line and then like another line on the bridge of my nose. So if this is all I can do now, that's pretty good. My concern is that I'm still gonna have like a crease that's not gonna heal. Like these lines have healed completely. I don't know if you can see, but they are totally gone. There are no lines at all on my forehead or by my eyes, like totally healed. But between my eyebrows, it looks like the line is pretty gone. But as you can see, I still can kind of move my eyebrows, but that T is way better than it was before. You can still see my eyebrow scar. It is almost gone. It's still kind of pink. Yeah, so that was my experience with Botox. I really, really enjoy it. There's no right or wrong time to start Botox. What I tell people is start Botox when you start noticing those fine lines that stay even when your muscles are at rest and they're bothering you. If they're not bothering you, then there's no reason to start Botox because there's nothing wrong with aging. Aging is a completely normal part of our lives. It's something that a lot of women fight against because our society makes it not a good thing to look older and to grow older, whereas that's an amazing thing and something that a lot of people don't get to do. It's something we should celebrate. Growing older and looking our age is a beautiful thing. I absolutely think that you should do what makes you feel beautiful. If it's something that's bothering you, Botox is a great option. And you can't have Botox if you're pregnant or breastfeeding, so I did have to wait until I was done breastfeeding to start. Botox usually lasts about 3 to 6 months. It depends on the person, how much movement you have, and just how quickly you metabolize it. We'll see. It's been 6 weeks and I still have absolutely no movement in my forehead at all. So we'll see how long it lasts for me personally. I hope this was informational and kind of helps you if you were on the fence thinking about getting Botox. I'm glad that I started now. I find that people actually save money the earlier they start because we can use less units and you stay kind of with less movement for longer. When someone comes in that's 40 or 50 and they already have those deep fine lines, we can do Botox to make the muscles stop moving, but it's going to be harder to get those lines to go away. Whereas when your skin is younger, it has more collagen, it's more likely to heal. Doing a little bit of Botox is going to prevent those lines from ever forming so that you don't have to worry about that later on. It's kind of like you have a leather bag or a leather jacket and you're crinkling it every day, and it's going to get those creases in it. What we're doing is preventing the crinkling. It doesn't necessarily undo those permanent creases if enough damage has been done. Now there's other things you can do to get rid of those lines if they bother you. Microneedling, filler, that's something that you would do a consultation with an aesthetic nurse to talk about and see what you could do and to see what would fit your face the best for what you're wanting to get out of it. Botox is a great first line option to prevent those aging lines long term. Now Botox is nothing without a good skincare routine. There's no point in investing in Botox if you're not doing a really good skincare routine morning and night. Now, when I say a really good skincare routine, I do not mean expensive. I do not mean complicated. My skincare routine is incredibly simple and very easy to do, and it has given me glowing, shiny skin with minimal breakouts. Right now, I just have a little bit of maskne going on. My skincare routine is as follows. It's super easy. I start with a gentle cleanser. I use CeraVe. I love it so much, and I start with that. So that's what I use to like take off my makeup. I use that to cleanse my face, rinse it off with warm water. Then I use Paula's Choice 2% BHA liquid exfoliant. That is a gentle exfoliant that kind of helps take any dead skin off my face. I don't use a cotton ball because I don't want to waste it. I just put it onto my finger and tap it all over my face. Once that kind of starts to air dry, I follow with a vitamin C serum I got from work during the day. This is kind of optional. I didn't do this until recently. If I was going to skip that step, I would use the CeraVe Retinol on my trouble areas, like anywhere I had wrinkles or fine lines. Again, I don't do this all the time either. This one's kind of optional. Next, I use a hyaluronic acid from my work. I find that hyaluronic acid is what gives me that glowy, shiny, but not greasy forehead. It's very dry to the touch, but incredibly shiny, which I really, really like. And then I finish off with a daily moisturizer from CeraVe. Just get the CeraVe daily moisturizer that has the SPF in it. Honestly, you could simplify it down to just doing a gentle cleanser, hyaluronic acid, and a daily moisturizer with SPF. As long as you're using SPF every day, you're gonna notice a huge difference in your skin. I spend 9-hour days lasering off sunspots and freckles caused by sun damage. Don't let that be you. Wear the sunscreen, wear hats. Even if it's a cloudy day, it makes a huge difference. So in the evening, I do the same skincare routine. I just don't do the SPF. You really can make it simple. I get all of my products from like Target or Amazon. I don't buy the really expensive skincare because I truly just can't afford it, and that works for me, and so I'm hoping these products can work for you. I will link everything in the description below so that you can just go down the list and add them. Again, I'll put what's optional and what's not. All this talk about Botox, I find it so interesting and I really enjoy it a lot, and because of that, I am signing up to become Botox certified. I'll be taking my class April 30th of 2022. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm going to be going to a trainer in Newport Beach, California. I cannot wait. Everything that I do with nursing, I feel like I hit it really hard. I try to pick it up well and become super good at it. I'm hoping to do the same with Botox and then be able to offer Botox services to anyone that is in the Manhattan Beach area where I work. Once I am Botox certified, I will be posting pictures on my Aesthetic Nurse Amy Instagram page. It's kind of inactive right now because I don't have a lot of before and after pictures to post on there, but down the road as I grow, that is going to be where I'm posting all of my aesthetic nurse related things. Well, I've taken enough of your time. Thank you so much for listening. This has been great. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys.